Good evening, nerds. It's Fenna, and it's time for some Legacy of the Void. Let's play a ladder game. Alright, we get into a ZVP here on Orbital Station. Now, one matchup I'm struggling in massively in Legacy of the Void is ZVP. I'm finding it very difficult to keep up with the economy while dealing with adept pressure. So I've been trying a lot of different things. I've been experimenting massively now. One problem is there's not a lot of Protoss on Legacy of the Void right now, so I haven't actually been hitting that many of them. So even though I've been really trying to focus on my ZVP and get something good going here, I haven't hit too many of them. But I've tried a bunch of different things. I've tried 2 base tech builds, I've tried getting up to 3 base, I've tried really fast pressure builds and things like that. But what I'm going to be going for is a 3 hatch before pool. And the reason why is I've tried a lot of pressure builds, and whenever you get to their front door and they just seem to have the answer, it doesn't go well. And they seem to be able to have the answer for most things as long as they scout well. Sometimes I'll win a game because some guy makes a big mistake, but most of the time they'll have like the perfect answer and it won't go too well. So my idea is, I'm going to try and drone up to 3 base and play somewhat reactively to what he's doing. I like lurkers so far in CVP. The only problem is I don't really get to them in time, so that is something I need to work on. Roaches are kind of necessary for surviving the early game. I tried some pure ling openers, and I'm able to try some pure ling openers again, actually. With this 3 hatch opener, I'm going to have a lot of minerals. A lot of larvae. So another big problem right now is that, for Zerg at least, we don't have as much larvae anymore. So ling openers are very difficult to pull off because you just run out of larvae when you're trying to produce lings, because you only produce 2 larvae per queen. And actually, yeah, that's something I probably should mention. Everyone's not used to the patch yet. What's happened is they're attempting to remove the macro mechanics, or at least trying it out, so that there's more focus on micro in the game. Which means that queens only produce 2 larvae per inject right now because Protoss and Terran both lost their macro mechanics. Protoss don't have the Chrono boost anymore, Terran don't have the Mule anymore, so Zerg got a little bit of nerf in that department as well. Now the injects are automated though, so that makes it a lot easier in the mid-late game. So what I've got to do is keep an eye on this guy here and see what he's up to. See how it's going. I only see 1 gateway so far. I want to see if an adept comes out of here or not, because if an adept comes out, I need to start worrying and deal with that somehow. I've gone with a decent... Oh, it's a stalker. Alright, so let's get this overlord out of here and then go look for proxy pylons on the map. Now, another change that they put in the last patch, if you don't know, is you need a warp gate next to a pylon. Otherwise, it takes 16 seconds to warp in. But if you got a warp gate or a nexus next to the pylon, it takes 2 seconds to warp in. That also goes for the warp prism. It takes 2 seconds to warp in on the warp prism. Which is quite deadly actually, because the 2-second warping on the warp prism is nasty as hell. I mean, some really fast pressure can come at you. I'm gonna drop down the Roach Warren and I'll get the 2nd gas over here, and then I'll just drone up my 3rd. I kind of need to know what he's doing soon. I think I'll start my lair as well. I really want to go lurker, but there's a few scenarios that don't allow for that, and that is when they go Stargate, you can't exactly go straight lurker. You kind of need the Hydra upgrade first. But this is allowing me to get a massive economy. There's been no adept pressure this game, so it's been very easy to drone up. I'm actually thinking about going up into Hydralisk now really quickly. What I might do is drop a blind spore because I don't know what he's doing yet. There's been no... Oh, that's a really fast 3rd. Now, I think what I'm going to do is... well, let me see what he's doing first, what kind of tech he's getting. If this is a Stargate, I'm going to be doing a big Hydra push. If not, I think I'm going to go straight to Lurkers and just try and kill him. Or try and trade efficiently against his ground army before he gets too strong. I'm going to need a macro hatch ASAP. Let's put this down. I don't see any tech at all. It looks like pure gateway right now. In fact, with pure gateway, I'm almost tempted to go with a Hydra army. I didn't even see that many Adepts. Like, the reason why I don't really like to go Adepts, Hydralisks really quickly normally and do some kind of timing attack is because Adepts are really, really good against Hydralisks, so it kind of turns me off them. Like, Hydraling, old school timing for Zerg used to be really good. Oh, yeah, man, there's no Adepts. Okay, I'm gonna go Hydra with a double upgrade, and I think this is gonna be super strong because he skipped the Adepts completely. This is a very common build in a very common time in Heart of the Swarm. Obviously, it's slightly different because it's Legacy of the Void. I need that macro hatch and another base as well, but I'm feeling like this can do quite well here. Gonna be able to shoot over the force fields with the Hydras. And then I'll follow up with Zerglings as well. These are popping out at a nice timing. Let me see if I can snipe that Moko. That's what my goal is gonna be here. So I'm gonna try and get these 3 Hydras on the Moko there. There we go. Oh, there it is. This is going to be so easy now. Everything is going to get wiped out. And this is good, man. This guy made it easy for me not going for Adepts. It's Adepts that I struggle with the most, man. And what I'm going to do is after that... In fact, I'm just going to rally, man. I'm going to rally like crazy and turn these into Lurkers later on because he doesn't really have the tech. He doesn't really have the tech to deal with this. He's going to get completely crushed. Oh, man, dude, that's a lot of Stalkers, but there's also a lot of Hydras. I'm going to think about double upgrades as well, because I didn't actually get any yet. That was a mistake. I was meant to be on +1 at this point, but I don't think he has enough units. Oh, God, no. I completely quit. Well, I said I was struggling with Protoss. This kind of changes the tune here, but again, no Adepts in this game makes it quite a bit easier for me. And I think that's about it for this guy. I'm taking that cannon down. Just gonna wait for some Zerglings. And you can see the auto-inject. I don't have to focus at home as much anymore because the queens just do all the work for me. So I can just focus on my micro here. Another thing that would be great here, honestly, is just doing a drop. Since Zerg drops are so cheap now. But honestly, this guy's dead. There's no chance. Losing the Moko like that, not using Adepts. This is one of the easiest games I've ever played against Protoss, so this doesn't show the picture very well. GG, and that's it. Well, 3 HP4 pull worked well there. It did allow me to get a lot of drones up very, very quickly, so that's definitely something I'm going to be testing out a lot more in the future. And I hope you guys enjoyed that, and I'll see you guys tomorrow for another video. Thanks for watching, guys. Peace.